Invest your name. What does that mean? What am I talking about? Today I'm going to share with you a biblical teaching that has been taken completely out of context, along with the etymology of the word used in the teaching, that is going to blow your mind, and it is going to completely change the way you look at how you are using your name. I'll explain more in a second, and also help you to really step up your self-concept, which is the story that you're telling about yourself, which is the foundation for everything you are experiencing in your reality. So that's what we're doing today. Stick around. This channel is dedicated to simplifying the incredible law of assumption teaching. So if you'd like support stepping into the starring role of your life movie using the law of assumption teachings, I am available for coaching. My name is Hedley. I am a qualified life coach. I'm specializing in the law of assumption because that is what I love, and that is what's completely transformed my life. So if you would like to know more about that, you'll find the details below this video. I also have a free course. You'll find those details there below, or you'll find it all at my website, youaretheone.com.au. But for now, let's get into it. Invest your name. What does that mean? It actually refers to a biblical teaching, which I didn't want to lead this video with because I didn't want to put people off. And I know that sometimes these biblical phrases and teachings can actually put people off, because I know some of you have come from very strong religious upbringings. For some people, it's been a wonderful experience. For other people, it has not been, and you have been separating yourself from the teachings and then coming back to the biblical teachings from a more spiritual perspective. So just to remind you, Neville translates the Bible as a spiritual text. He calls it a sacred text rather than a secular text, a psychological drama that is unfolding in each and every one of us rather than a historical account. Even if the Bible is a historical account and the characters in the Bible were actually people who walked this earth, then it still is more than that. So it doesn't stop at the historical account. Back in the day, they taught through parables, they taught through storytelling, and the stories were metaphors. And that has perhaps been the biggest mistake that the church has made, is the inability to understand metaphor. But anyway, the teachings are here to help us navigate reality, and you always want to find what works for you. But I do want to talk about this phrase because this phrase is incredibly powerful, but it has been taken out of context. Do not take the Lord's name in vain. First of all, the Lord's name is your name, and the name of the Lord is I am. I am is infinite awareness, otherwise known as your imagination. The reason that you are God is because God is imagination, and you are a product of imagination, and imagination is in everyone. Everyone has the same capacity to create their reality, because imagination is constant, it's consistent, it's the same in every single person, even though every single person is a completely unique expression of consciousness. There is not one same person. Even twins, they're not the same. Every single person on this planet is a unique expression of the same substance, which is consciousness, which is I am, which in the Bible is the Lord, God, Christ, our Father. It all means the same thing, which is imagination or consciousness. It's the cause of reality. Imagination comes first, reality comes second. Of course, the setup is the other way around. Reality comes first, imagination comes second, or it doesn't even get a look in, because reality is so enticing and so intoxicating. We become enamored with it that we forget what is actually causing it. So what does it mean to not take I am in vain? We have to look at the etymology of the word vain, because as you know, the meaning of language changes and takes us in and often a different direction to what the original meaning of the word was meant to be. But every word contains the state of consciousness from which it was created. So we want to be using language more consciously and more correctly, because language is what directs our awareness to specific states of consciousness. So if we're using words that we're not conscious of, we could be unknowingly directing our awareness to a state of consciousness that we don't necessarily want to experience. Let's come back to vain. Vain. 1300. Devoid of real value. Idle, unprofitable. From Old French, worthless, void, invalid, feeble, conceited. From Latin, empty, void. fruitless. As you can see, the word vain has been taken a little bit off course, and it is now meaning something other than what it was designed for. Now you can actually see where the word vain has been misconstrued to mean kind of superficial and shallow, but it comes from this devoid of real value, idle, unprofitable. So the phrase, don't take the Lord's name in vain, don't take I am in vain, don't take your name, I am in vain, means don't let I am be idle. Don't use it in a way that is unprofitable, because I am is the cause of your reality. I am is creating your reality. If you are devaluing it, if you are leaving it idle, if you are not profiting from this I am, you are not using your power. You are rendering it void, and you are not investing I am. You are spending I am. And sometimes it's really easy just to become lazy with I am, and that means that you're allowing your reality to inform your I am nature. I'll give you an example, super simple example. Let's say you're tired. You have entered the state of tiredness. You are experiencing yourself as tired. Now, that is a state you've entered into, and then reality must reflect back situations and circumstances and events that leave you feeling tired. Now, when you take I am in vain, means when you leave it idle or devoid of value, is you are taking information from reality and affirming it with I am. So you're in a state of tiredness, and then reality reflects back situations that leave you feeling tired. So you then affirm I am tired. Now, there's no value in that, because you are just affirming what already is in reality, which is a state you're already entered into. There's no value there. You have just rendered I am void, because you are just going to get more of the same, and it's going to be the same of what it is that you don't want. Yes, we have to acknowledge whatever it is that we are feeling, but we do not want to, or we do not have to, stay in those states. So if you want to invest the Lord's name, which is I am, you would acknowledge that you have entered into a state of tiredness. You are feeling tired, but you know, being the I am cause of your reality, you do not have to stay in that state. You can actually use the name I am to enter into a different state. I am the creator of my reality, and I have the power of I am to choose a new condition, one that is not yet in reality yet. But of course, I know in order to have a new reality, I have to hold a new assumption. I have to use I am differently from how I'm currently experiencing it. So I would say, I am energized. Currently I'm tired, but I'm also energized, because I am the infinite I am, and all states and conditions exist within me. So I am choosing to invest my awareness in the state of energizingness. Energy, let's say that. So I am energized. I've confused myself now. I am energized. So I am now investing my name. I am now investing the Lord's name in the state of which I want to now enter into. Remember, in order to have an experience of a new condition, you have to exit the condition that you're in. The way to exit it is to first of all acknowledge it, and then take a step back and recognize there is a choice, because every condition has its direct opposite. So if you're tired, then tiredness has an opposing state, and that state could be a state of energy or feeling energized. So in order for you to enter into that state, you have to take your awareness off the state of tiredness and enter into the state of energizingness. I really picked a bad example. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. You get where I'm going. You would then say, I am energized. Now, your reality hasn't yet caught up, but that is how you enter into a new state. You enter into it first using I am, using consciousness, using awareness. That is the Lord's name. That's your name. That is the cause of your reality. You are God. I know that it sounds crazy to even say that, but God is just imagination, and you are imagination, and your imagination is causing your reality. We spend our name all the time on states that we don't want to experience more of. We use I am to affirm a state we're currently in that we don't necessarily want to stay in, not realizing that by affirming the state that we're in, we are causing the state to continue showing up in the form of events and circumstances and situations. So we are taking the Lord's name in vain all day, every day, when we use I am against ourselves to continue identifying ourselves with the states that we don't want to experience. If you're in debt, yeah, you might be in debt in reality, but to say I am in debt and then to affirm that and to maintain your focus on that when that is not a state that you want to continue experiencing, that is to take the Lord's name in vain. That is to take your name in vain, your name being I am. If you want to experience a state of abundance, to experience debt, there has to be an opposing state, the opposing state being abundance or profit or credit, whatever it is. You would then invest your name in the state of credit or abundance or wealth, whatever it is. And then you continue to take your awareness and place it on the state in which you want to inhabit. And then you would get into that state using your five senses, using your imagination. What does it feel to be in the state of abundance? How does it feel to be wealthy? What is it like to have all this money and to be in all this credit and to have all this profit just raining down on you? What does that feel like? If it's not in your reality, you got to use imagination. Now you are investing your I am nature in the states that you want to experience. You create value by directing your I am nature to the states that you want to experience. So I want you to become very aware of how you are using I am in your life. Are you using I am to affirm what is currently happening in reality? And are you having conversations with your friends saying, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm in debt. Oh, I'm lonely. Oh, I'm single. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, whatever it is. Are you affirming the state that you're currently in that you don't necessarily want to continue to be in? Is that how you're using your name? Are you spending your name, or are you investing your name in the states that you desire to be in? This does not mean you are denying your feelings. You have to acknowledge the state that you're currently in to know the state that you want to be in. If you're going on a holiday and you want to go to Europe, Paris, because that's where I'm going, in order to book the flight, you have to know where you're starting from. You got to know your starting point in order to get to your destination. Invest your name. Do not take the Lord's name in vain, meaning do not render I am void. Invest I am into the states that you want reality to be reflecting back. It starts with you. It starts by you putting I am into the state of wealth or love or happiness or abundance or joy, health. You start now with I am. Your superpower is, well, it's awareness, but it's how you are using your I am. How are you directing your awareness with this incredible phrase, I am, because I am is the cause of your reality. How are you using I am in your life? Are you investing I am? Are you spending I am? Please be gentle and loving with yourself. If you're a little off mark with things and reality is reflecting back something that you didn't necessarily mean to create, that is the time to love yourself up even more. Give yourself a hug. Be like, okay, all right, we just missed the mark with that one. We're going to have another go. We've got all the time in the world. We've got infinite consciousness. We've got many lifetimes. So we're going to give it another go. So just be really, really gentle and kind and loving to yourself. As much as you can, become aware of how you are using your I am nature. And throughout the day, check in with yourself and go, okay, well, what are the stories I'm telling? What are the conversations I'm having? How am I using my I amness? When somebody says, how are you saying, oh yeah, I'm well, this, and this? Yes, it's important to be honest, but do it in a way where you're not rendering I am void, or you're not devaluing I am, and you're not affirming more of what it is that you don't want to experience. You have to find the balance with that one. One of the ways in which I avoid talking about the things that I'm experiencing that I don't want to affirm more of is I'll say, look, I'm kind of experiencing this thing at the moment, but I'd rather not go into it because it's not something that I want to keep experiencing. I'll make up anything in order to take the conversation in another direction to one in which I'm just talking about what I don't want to experience more of. As long as I'm being honest with myself about how I'm feeling, then I can go, okay, well, is this a state that I want to continue? No. Well, then I'm not going to talk about it with anybody. I'm not going to invest my I am nature in just retelling the same shitty story. This phrase, do not take the Lord's name in vain, it is such a beautiful instruction. It means don't render I am void. Your name is I am. Don't use it against yourself. Use it to create what it is that you want. Remember, every state has its opposite. If you're experiencing an unfavorable state, the only reason you're experiencing it is because it has an opposing state, and that opposing state is favorable. And you have a choice as to where you direct your awareness. It is always up to you. This is what free will is. Free will is where you choose to direct your awareness and how you choose to use the Lord's name meaning I am. You are the infinite I am, and you have complete free will as to how you condition your I am, and you have a buffet of choices to choose from. So as best you can, choose the states that you want to experience and take your awareness off the states that you no longer want to experience, even if they are in your reality. Step back from reality, close your eyes, shut down your senses to the outside world, come back, ask yourself, what is it that I would like to experience? And then affirm, I am that thing. I am health, I am love, I am abundance. And then put yourself into the state. What would that feel like? Oh, that feels good. Oh yeah, I'm going to hang out here a little bit longer. This feels good. It's all yours and it's all available to you. So use it. Enjoy it. I hope that helps. Have fun with it this week. You are the infinite I am. You are the creator, the amazing creator of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you. Assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful week, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Oh, and if you'd want to subscribe to my video and you haven't already, please do. See you soon. Bye.